Hey guys, so we're up to the granddaddy of the chakras. There has been much delay to this. Do you like my owl necklace? Apparently they were really big in the 60s, and this particular, they were big. The chain is actually much longer, and I showed this in another video, but I just really love it, and I like the way it has joints to it. And so, costume jewelry, but apparently little black eyes was super, super popular in the 60s into the 70s. So I think I'm going to start collecting them because I just saw it and I thought it was so much fun. So we're here for the crown chakra, finally. All right, so the granddaddy of the chakras, top of the head, crown chakra, 7th chakra. All right, are you ready? So as usual, I'll give some correspondences, like different symbols and so on for the chakra to help you think about it and feel into it. But then most important, we'll actually do a meditation, okay, for the crown chakra, Sahasrara chakra. So this is for Ariana Cantu. I know I'm probably mispronouncing and mangling your name. Not sure I even read it right on YouTube, but yeah, thanks for saying that you were waiting for this follow-up one. I brought out my trusty Wheels of Life. I recommend. I'll put the link below for this book. It's a wonderful, chakra tome. Anadea Judith, PhD, really respected, really good. She's a Westerner. She explains it in terms we can understand. She's got a couple other books, so check it out on Amazon. And then this one is kind of fun. You can see it's a lot thinner. Chakra Healing. By Liz Simpson. I believe she's British, and I might have I think I stole this from my friend. We borrow books from each other. He brings books over, he leaves them. This is by Sterling Publishing. I think the woman who, I like this one just because the pictures, it has a lot of color, and that makes sense with the chakras. I just vibed with that. Probably should do a book review. Yeah, so you can see it's just got some great colors. Anyway, so let's talk about Sahasrara chakra. So Sahasrara means thousandfold, but really it's supposed to mean unlimited. So you could actually picture flower petals, thousands of flower petals around the top of your head, and just sort of them opening up. And so the element is thought in the same way that the earth, the first chakra was earth and second chakra water. The element for this is thought. So obviously much more subtle than the quality of earth, the quality of water, the quality of fire. It's about thought. Its function is understanding, understanding the cosmos and communication from the cosmos, from the divine to us. And the quality is bliss. So obviously as we're going up the chakras, there's a sense everything's getting finer and lighter and more subtle. Right, so the quality is bliss when you're up to Sahasrara chakra. The gland is the pituitary gland. That is affiliated with Sahasrara chakra, the pituitary. And according to Anadea Judith, going with the idea of it being about this communication with the divine and sort of our higher self and higher understanding, she lists, I'm going to read them to you, the malfunction is depression, alienation, confusion, boredom, and apathy, a kind of boredom with life. If you've ever known anyone like that, not so much the depression, but boredom with life. When I was in college, I had a friend who had everything you would think she would want in life, especially on a material level, and just had this boredom and would actually say, oh, that's so boring, was actually quite well-to-do, and she was just bored, truly deeply bored. Nothing excited her, nothing energized her, and that would be a failure or malfunction of Sahasrara chakra, okay? And that can lead to basically not wanting to be alive because there's no pleasure, there's no juice in life. The color for the chakra is violet or white. So violet or white is the color. And there is no sound, though often you'll see people meditating using Om, usually a longer Om for the crown chakra, but basically there is no sound, according to Anadea Judith. And when I meditate on the crown chakra, I feel, and I've talked to another guy who's very, very psychic about this. It's hard to find a lot of people who you feel like you can trust who you talk to this stuff about. He said he felt like there was like a big flame, like one flame coming off the top of his head, but I actually feel it as multiple little energy, like it does feel like little petals of energy, like if you're wearing like a crown and coming off your head. That's how I feel it when I meditate on Sahasrara chakra. The mineral for the crown chakra is amethyst or diamond. Certainly amethyst is more affordable than diamond. And there is, did I already say this? There is no specific food, because again, we're getting so light and so immaterial, non-material, that it's not like, oh, eat protein, you know, or fats or carbs or anything. It's actually fasting, moderate, of course, and depending on your health. And in fact, you don't need to fast, because I don't fast and I can meditate on the crown chakra and feel stuff. So don't go crazy. All right, so let's do a meditation. I am really tempted to use Om, a long Om sound, and then probably I'll just do Om once, and then we'll just bring the energy up to the crown chakra. We'll focus there, okay? But again, you don't have to use any sound. It's not like the lower chakras have their, you know, lum or vum or ram, yum, hum, So I'll just do a long Om, and then we'll do a silence and just try to sense it and feel it, okay? So get ready. Come to sit nice and tall. I'm sitting on a meditation cushion, my favorite meditation cushion that sort of squishes down. It sort of shapes to your butt. I like those kind, as opposed to the heavy cotton ones. This is one, it's almost, I think it's kapuk. It moves. It's like the hulls. It's like a seed hulls. And so you sit on it and it mushes to shape to your butt. So that's what I recommend. And in fact, I have an article somewhere about it. I will try to link to that. It won't be there right away, but I will try to find it. It was on my meditation blog, which I wrapped into like my other website because I have too many projects. But I do have a nice article about, excuse the motorcycle in the back, choosing different meditation cushions. So I'll try to find that, but it'd probably take me a little bit to find that. And so let's get ready for meditation, all right? And we'll do it. And before we meditate, I want to read to you what Anadea Judith has said about it, because it's so beautiful in her Wheels of Life. She says, "What brief glimpses I have been privileged to have of this chakra," because it actually really is kind of hard to meditate up to that level. And of course, you get the experience that is at the level for you. So different people are going to see and feel different things. So she says, "I have been privileged to have this chakra reveal a pattern of such magnitude, complexity, and beauty that it is almost overwhelming. Its petals bloom in fractal-like patterns upon patterns, infinitely embedded in each other, drooping down like a sunflower to drop the nectar of understanding into the awareness of being. Each perfect petal is a monad of intelligence." Monad means like one unit of intelligence, which together form the gestalt of an overarching divine intelligence. Sensitive, aware, responsive, and infinite. Its field is delicate. The slightest thought will ripple through the petals like wind in a field of grass. That's so beautiful. The shining jewels deep in the lotus shine forth only in a state of ultimate stillness. To witness this miracle is profound. Okay, a little bit more. When we reach this level, like I said, it's a hard level to reach. When we reach this level, the seed of our soul has sprouted from its root in the earth and grown upward through the elements of water, fire, air, sound, and light, and now to the source of all, consciousness itself, experienced through the element of thought. But there really is like no thought, so its thought is like its element, but when you're really up there, you won't be thinking. Each level brings us new degrees of freedom and awareness. Now the crown chakra blossoms forth with infinite awareness, its 1,000 petals like antennae reaching to higher dimensions. So let's just meditate on that, and then I'll say a little bit more. Deep breath in and out, lift through the center of the chest, exhale, drop your shoulders down. Relax downward any tension, and yet at the same time push up through the crown of your head. And ideally, you guys, you would have spent some time in meditation, 15, 20 minutes, or even longer, if you're comfortable with that. Because to really feel anything with this chakra, you have to really be able to drop into a deep stillness. So if, like me, like if you live in cities or suburban area, or you're sort of just the average person going about your day and busy, 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 it'll be very hard to feel anything and to sense anything. So ideally, you would have certainly been practicing meditation for some time, you know, or if karmically or whatever, if you're gifted, maybe you'll be able to tune into it fairly easily. But regular practice makes it easier. And then literally having sat for meditation before trying to meditate on the crown chakra. Okay? Because you have to kind of settle everything, the thoughts, the everyday thoughts, the worries, that those need to settle to the bottom. Like I always make this analogy, it's like muddy water. Imagine if you scooped up water in a glass, like from a stream, and you'd see all this gunk, and then it would settle if you let it for an hour, 2 hours. Pretty soon you'd have clear water, and the mud and the dirt would be at the bottom. So the mind is like that. So to get to the higher chakras, you have to be in that space. Okay? So I'll chant Om once, and then we'll just bring the energy up to the crown of the head. Try to see and envision thousands of petals. But what I actually do is I feel it. I don't actually see it. I feel it. Okay? You could chant with me if you'd like. And then feel that you're able to focus at the very top of your head, just like you were wearing a crown. Imagine how that would sit on the top of your head in a circle, and that if it were crowns within crowns. See if you can become aware of tingling or sensation at the crown of your head. Feeling any sensations. May feel like tingling, pulsing around the top of the head. So for this, we're just bringing our attention briefly to the crown chakra. Now I will make another video. Take a breath in and out. You can open your eyes. Because basically you want to move the energy from the base up, so from the root chakra, to really feel the crown chakra active. So I'm going to do that as a separate video because we have to go through all the chakra sounds. Okay, and you can see the light came out. It was really rainy today, but now it's really beautiful. So we'll go through each of the chakras, and the idea is that you're bringing the Kundalini energy and your awareness, with your awareness, up through the spine, through the center of the spine. This is all in the subtle body, through each chakra, and then the energy culminates up through the crown.